I know it feels way too early, but they left us no choice. Because it's time! Oh my god, even Mariah is not ready yet, but we have to.
You're good. Like, you're doing great.
Because season 2025 of Advent Calendars is on, and it starts with none other than Harrods. The classic of Advent Calendars, which I actually laid my eyes on last year already when I saw that they gave away full-sized Valmont creams, and I was so excited. I really tried to get my hands on it. Impossible. So, just letting you know, it still is available for pre-order. I actually pre-ordered it on the 5th of August. They dispatched the orders on the 20th of August, and I received it a couple of days ago on the 2nd of September. In total, I paid 315 euros for the Advent calendar itself and 25 euros for delivery, so my expectations are sky high. Let's be honest, it is a really expensive Advent calendar, so let's open it up together. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Anastasia. Welcome to yours sincerely, the Groot, and here we talk travel and beauty, so if you like it, please stick around. But we move on to our beautiful Advent calendar, first one of this year. So it opens up really nicely. Oh, it's a little bit hard for me to do that from here. Basically, this year, it's a beige box. The outline of the boxes looks like Harrods shop with 3 special, well, I hope, special units at the bottom. Advent calendar is practically your pre-Christmas gift, and you open it one by one from the 1st of December. Yes, today is the 4th of September, so we have no choice but to get started because there's a lot to unwrap here, and we gotta find out whether this one is worth its money because, let's be honest, very, very pricey. Let's get started. Number 1. Okay, number 1 was easy. Ooh, it's a mascara by Laura Mercier. It's called Caviar Extravagant Mascara, Volumizing and Lifting Mascara. Let's check it out. I think brush is Evanescence, and my usual mascara is Lancome. I'll leave it somewhere here for the top lashes. And okay, don't laugh, but I also have a separate mascara for my lower lashes, and that one is by Chanel. I technically have thin hair everywhere, like on my hair, everywhere else. My lashes are super fine. So I really need something that's not gonna overpower it, but also since it's so thin, I don't have much of a volume. So on top, I create a little bit more, and at the bottom lash less. So I'm curious to see how this one is gonna work. And I think this one actually has a lot of potential. It is natural brush, so it's not silicone, and it seems to be pretty thickening. I cannot wait to give it a try. By the way, girls and boys, I was thinking, in the light of Christmas spirit coming up, for me, it already started, I thought of an idea that I will compile a couple of giveaway boxes for you at the end of our journey with Advent calendars, and then I want to give them away so that you get to have a gift from me before Christmas. So let me know if you're interested to participate, and I will let you know all the details later, so please subscribe. And we move on to number 2. Let's be honest, these Advent calendars are so amazing. At the same time, though, I don't get a chance to use it all, and I would love to share a little Christmas spirit with you. Please let me know if you would like something like that. And we move on to La Prairie. It is a pretty expensive brand. Once we were in Sephora, and I told my husband, I said, come over. So we came to the shelf of this La Prairie brand. I hope I don't butcher the name. And I said, how much do you think this cream could be? And of course, he was like, I don't know, your skincare is so expensive, maybe 80 euros? And I was like, well, multiply by almost 10, because their creams are so pricey, it blows my mind. I'm actually curious to try this one out. maybe it's gonna be great. But to be honest, I would always prefer a cream over a cleanser because there's so many amazing cleansers out there and they can be good while staying quite affordable because the whole purpose is just cleansing without over drying. But with a cream or serum, it's a lot more fun of an experience. But let's move to number 3 and see maybe there's a cool serum in there. And number 3 is number 3 is here. Oh, this is a cool product. It's Medik8 Crystal Retinal 6. It's a night serum, which practically is like a nicer sister of retinol. So if you feel like retinol gives you a lot of irritation, this is a solution for you. Technically, it's a softer, nicer version of retinol. It gives pretty similar and many people claim even better results without over irritating the skin. Particularly in Medik8, they have Crystal Retinol 3, 6, and 9 as far as I know. So these are like stages. You start at 3, so basically it's the most sensitive one, and you move on to 6 and 9. Practically it gets stronger and stronger with each number. So this is number 6. I actually used Retinol 3. I gotta say my favorite retinol, yes, I'm a retinol girly. My favorite one is by Paula's Choice, and I don't want to trade it for anything. So I tried Retinol 3, and for me it wasn't giving much, but maybe that's because I'm so used to retinol that number 3 just was not giving it for me. Yet I cannot wait to try number 6 because maybe it works better for me. Even though there's also a potential possibility that this product would be the one in my giveaway because as much as I love Medik8, am I ready to give up my retinol for the sake of trying this one? I don't know. Let me think about it. So it was number 3 and we move on to number 4. And number 4 is here. I am familiar with this brand. It's called Rodial. I haven't used any of their products. We actually have 2. One is a blush, another one is a bronzer. Last year in Chestnut Box from Look Fantastic, I think I got their bubble mask, but I haven't used it ever since. Maybe I should give it a try. I forgot. This is a blush. My all-time favorite blush is Charlotte Tilbury, and funny thing is, I've seen this TikTok where they said that Victoria's Secret models actually use red shade to make it natural and glowing, like wholesome looking. So I purchased one by Charlotte Tilbury, and that probably is my purchase for life because it's so pigmented that you only need like the slightest drop, and I barely even open the tube to squeeze anything out because it's more than enough. And I have to use so little product that I feel like I'm gonna use it in like 20 years. It would still be a full bottle. I really love the effect it gives, and honestly, it's a really nice product. I totally recommend. And this one is it is very glowy. It has plenty of shimmered. Oh, that's not what I expected. I feel like I took way too much. Let's give it a try. Oh, I don't know how about you, but it gives me like the feeling of lipstick from the 90s. Very shimmery with silver undertone. Wild. And the bronzer, to be honest, as a girly with skin texture, maybe it's not a product for me, but for someone, it might be an amazing blush. Okay, and the bronzer, the texture is very different. Texture-wise, it reminds me of Armani liquid eyeshadow. Very thick. Is it really bronze? It's actually called Glowlighter, so I feel like we also have a lot of glitter here. So let's try. Yes. Okay, it does look beautiful. I gotta say, I don't have like any complaints However, the more I look at it, the more I think it could be really good for like holiday time when you sunbathe a lot and then you don't want to use too much makeup, but yet still you want to have this beautiful glow. So practically what you do is you apply it on top of your newly created tan. I feel like that would look quite beautiful. I don't tan to that point, so again, maybe it's not a product for me, but for someone, I feel like that could be a very good set. And if you don't mind that I swatched it a little bit, maybe it would be nice to put it out for the giveaway. So let me know how you feel about that. And we move on to number 5. Oh, it's far. And it looks expensive. This is the special mask by a French brand that's called Evidens de Beaute. Most likely I butchered that in French. So what is it supposed to do? It's an icy wake-up mask for tired skin and dull complexion. You would be surprised by its instant cooling effect as soon as it's applied, enriched with stimulating and purifying ingredients, and with triple collagen, it helps tighten the pores, provides a lifting effect, and illuminates your skin. I gotta say, that sounds tempting. I checked out the price. This one is 180 euros. Oh my god. It seems to be the beginning of the wildly expensive product thing that we like so much about beauty calendars. And I usually purchase it as a way to test out the products that I usually cannot afford or I doubt about. And then if it's really all so great, then I'm a lot more open for the purchase. For example, that's how my husband ended up having rich cream as a part of his daily routine. To be honest, I would never dare to buy it full-sized. I don't even dare to say how expensive it is. It's insane. But the glow to the skin it gives to my husband is so insane and cannot be achieved by any other product that we tried. So I was like, and I ordered it for him last Christmas, and honestly, he enjoys it ever since. He uses very little amount, but for his skin, it does miracles, and I'm very happy. But would I dare to just order it on its own, all out of a sudden, just because somebody on the internet told me that it's good? I don't think so. So for me, Advent Calendar is a way to venture into great products plus a way to get them with a discount, because let's be honest, that is a promotional thing that allows brands to push their products out there, and that's why you get to have so many full-size products for great price. I think it's a win-win. If I remember it right, next one is number 6. Here we have OI All-in-One Milk by Davines. To be honest, I tried it before. It's a pretty nice hair milk, works for many hair types, really nice, just nothing special. I wouldn't say that it gave me some crazy results. I think for this price you can buy a lot cheaper products with pretty much similar output, but it's nice to have, especially when it comes with a discount this big. So that's exactly what I just talked about, really. And we move on to number 7. Here it is. Is it from, oh no, it's Shiseido. It's Future Solutions LX Total Protective Cream. Shiseido doesn't do much for me, and this one is pretty small. It reminds me of Tatcha packaging. Look, even on top. It's kind of funny that they decided to do that. Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll add it to the giveaway because, as I said, Shiseido is not really my type of brand. I tried their serum once and it really damaged my skin. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet. And we move on to number 8. Next comes Sisley Floral Toning Lotion. Smell-wise, it reminds me of a hair salon. I never really used it before, so I don't really have much to say, but I also haven't heard much good about their skincare. They say it's pretty mediocre for quite a high price, but what can I say without trying it out, you know? Like, when somebody says that, it's just their opinion. This entire feedback on this advent calendar is also simply my opinion. So maybe we'll give it a try. And we move on to number 9. Okay, we have 2 pieces here. One is Hourglass. To be honest, that is my favorite finishing powder in the world that comes with its own disadvantages. Technically, it can make your makeup look like $1,000,000. It blends everything together, yet when you buy full-sized products, you have to be ready that the powder is so fine that you can barely get it out of the packaging. If here it's pretty like normal, in a full-size product, what happens is at some point in time it gets so hard to take it out that you start like kind of slapping it. But as I said, the powder is so fine and so heavy that it feels almost impossible to sort of like push it out of the packaging. I made a little mistake with that one. I had a brush and I pushed it from the bag just to make it a little bit faster because I honestly don't have patience to wait so long. I broke the edges of that brush so bad that I had to throw it away. It looked really ugly. The product, perfect, but I actually have a little trick for you though. If you have budget for this powder, try their compact powder. Yes, it lasts time, but it is so much easier to just put it on the brush and put it all over your face. Works the same way, looks fantastic. Ooh. Oh, on the topic of look fantastic, would you like me to make a review of that one? That was my first advent calendar, like, I don't know, 7 years ago. I really loved it. They got a little bit more budgeted over time, so I don't know how curious you would be to try it out, but the value there is usually quite good anyway. Let me know. And here we have Beautifect blender. It's very like spongy. I don't like beauty blenders like that much, but we cannot really say until we give it a try. But it reminds me of the one by Morphe. However, I do like this kind of clear cut moment because I gotta say sometimes it's really useful. My favorite one is the one by Beauty Blender, and to be honest, I would usually buy it at the counter of Sephora and I never paid attention to how much it costed really until I wanted to order it the other day and then it says it's 20 euros. I had no idea. And I usually have around 4 of them in use and I was like, oh my God, is it 80 euros worth of sponges? Wild. Guilty. I honestly didn't know. I ordered one because my main one was kind of falling apart and second to the best one was also like they started falling apart at some point in time and I was like, okay, I will stick to one that is quite pricey. Oh my God. 10 is the next number and I cannot seem to find it. Okay, it's good, I found it. This product is Beauty Resurfacing Compound for the face. You won't believe, but this 15 milliliter product is whopping 97 euros. I actually got it as a 10 milliliter like travel version in plastic. I think it was in Cult Beauty box. Around Christmas time, they honestly have fantastic boxes. They're really great. Around a month ago, I found it and then I was like, oh, what is this product for? I Googled it and I'm like, oh my God, it's so expensive. Let me try it out. So the point is you're supposed to use it for 2 weeks in a row, morning and night. Then you're supposed to kind of seal it down with a moisturizer. And it is supposed to resurface your skin, make it better than ever before, and give you visible results. That is literally what they say in their description. But for my skin, it worked so bad that I had no choice but to stop it. And I'm still like, I used it for 2 weeks. And then I filmed before and after, but I was so disappointed I stopped 2 weeks later. And for another 2 weeks, I'm trying to bring my skin back to where it was, but it's a hard process. I don't like where it was going. I started breaking out and my skin looked dull. My husband, a typical man who, you know, like, it's very hard for him to see the difference in skincare. Like, What kind of man can see that your skincare changed? Well, with this product, my husband did. Next day, I used different skincare in the evening and in the morning. He came from work and he said, listen, something is up. Your skin looks so much better. Whatever it is you do, please keep on going, because I was a little bit concerned with the quality of your skin for some time. Like, what other evidence do you need if your man, as a man, is able to spot the difference? I don't know, not a product for me. I don't claim that it's bad, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. If you want to give it a try, maybe for you it works magically, let me know. I think this is one of the products that I will definitely give away. I don't know whether it's the reaction of my skin to the product or the product is really quite questionable on its own. So I don't know. In regards of that, I am very open to giving it away. This one I know for sure is not a product for me, so let me know if you would be interested to try it out. And we move on to number 11 in the meantime, and that one was easy to find. Okay, we have a special one here. This is La Mer Moisturizing Cream. Very thick. Smells nice. Oh, it's intensive regenerating cream. Oh, no. It's the moisturizing cream, but at the back it says something like regenerative cream. Okay, that's confusing for a while. I really wanted to try a La Mer product because as a brand it's quite curious, but again, the price was super high. So I never dared to, but I would be curious to though, let's be honest. And in number 12, we have Bobbi Brown Long Wear Cream Shadow Stick. I really like when they give you some makeup in advent calendars, because as much as I love the idea of skincare, I'm so curious to try new makeup. For example, this one, I was eyeing on Zalando for so long, and then I was like, okay, really, I have so many eyeshadows, I don't need it. But you know, as a curious cat, I always find it very fun to try new products, so let's give this one a try too. Ooh! Color-wise, it reminds me of my Armani Matte Brown Eyeshadow, the liquid one. This one is quite blendable, but I think it dries out pretty quickly because it already dried out, and then you can see the stripe that I painted initially, and then as I try to blend it around, it just, like, the stripe stays and then the product gets all over. So if you decide to give it a try, keep in mind that probably you have to be fast. And we wouldn't take too long either, and move on to number 13. Okay, it's a classic. It is a classic of every advent calendar. 111 Skin Mask. Last year I had pink one like that from Cult Beauty. And me and my husband, we were waiting for like half a year for a special occasion to use it, until one evening I placed an order at Sephora and they gave me just a simple Sephora mask similar to this one, but like normal textile mask, and we used it together with my husband. And we took a lot of pictures because these masks are like from 95 to 120 euros or something. Quite expensive. To be honest, if you have 110 euros to spend, save up a little bit and do Botox. It will do you better, and that would be a visible result. Don't want to cast any shadows, but I think a good old Botox works so much better. And this one is Christopher Robin. It's Regenerating Mask for the hair. It's a hair brand. Very thick. I mean, okay, it's not falling. No, it's not falling. Super thick mask. I wonder how it's gonna work on my hair. It's revitalizing and deeply nourishing. It works for dry and damaged hair, and it's supposed to make your hair revitalized and deeply nourished. Curious to try, but I gotta say, it might be a little bit thick for my thin hair. And this one I tried before. It's a salt purifying scrub for the scalp. First time when I tried it, I couldn't believe it because it honestly feels like salt that you put all over your hair. It gives a very nice, clean feeling. I think there's a very high chance I'm gonna use it. And we move on to number 15. Here it is. That's it. Clé de Peau is not a budget brand. It's quite luxurious, but I know for a fact that when it comes in this pack, yes, it's sample. It's not for sale, and they put it into one number. Okay. All right. That's disappointing because, mind you, that this is one of the priciest advent calendars on the market. It's SPF. And so far, despite Medik8 and, well, La Mer, that is, let's be honest, is a travel size, or possibly even a sample too, because it's very small, and Sisley and Beaute, it's been for one of the priciest advent calendars on the market. That was disappointing. Let's do 16. Maybe it's gonna get better there. It's their perfume. Harrods exclusive, 10 milliliters. I would prefer something like Juliet Has a Gun or something, but okay. Something a little bit more interesting. Okay, the cap is out. Hello, do you want to come? No. You don't like what I said and now you're upset with me? Don't be. I usually test all perfumes on some kind of paper because lots of perfumes give me like very, the other way. Give me like very bad. Oh, that's intense. But it reminds me of something. Oh, lots of perfumes give me pretty bad reaction and sometimes I cannot even breathe. In my opinion, it smells a little bit like expensive hotel lobby. And we move on to number 17. It is Lasting Lip Tint, Hydrates, Heals, and Shields with some formula TGHA4. It reminds me of the formula of Augustina's butter. Theirs sounds kind of the same. Or looks a little bit like Dior style. Let's give it a try. The color is cute, I like it. It doesn't feel very sticky. Shall we give it a try? Okay, I have to use my viewfinder because I don't have a mirror on me here. Oh, it looks quite pretty. What I like is that the color is quite prominent, so it's not one of those lip balms with barely any color to it. Also, the nice touch is as you open the package, here's like a little hint of what this color is gonna look like. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. We'll put it here with Medik8. It was number 17. So far, minus number 15 feels pretty good. I wouldn't say that I'm excited or fascinated about any of the products, nor any of them are much of like a hype product that you really cannot wait to get your hands on, but it's going okay. I did expect more, but so far, so good. Let's see what they have in number 18. Oh, there are two products by brand Lancaster. Isn't that the brand with the SPF, the orange bottle? It never really caught much of my attention, but... And also it is very small. Again, that makes me think not even travel size, but more like tester, the one you usually get in a goodie bag. Oh my god, I think it was by SpaceNK. Right now they have a promotion. If you purchase for 200 euros, I will put some confirmation around here. I think it was at SpaceNK. You get such a fantastic goodie bag. There's like a little Tatcha, little travel-sized Ariba. Nice. It smells like a normal cream. Nothing fascinating. I feel like the further we go, the less exciting it gets. We're not there yet, but normally, as you go closer to number 25, it gets more exciting, but here it gets less exciting. So far, I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see number 19. Here we have, sorry. Here we have Valmont, but what's that? Is that a tester again? Okay, it's sealed. And that's it. We have a tester and that. I mean, it's a good brand. I'm curious to try, but with the size so small, what am I gonna do with it? And why do I have to pay for testers? I don't know. I don't know. Is there even a size like that on the website for purchase? I don't know. If there is, I take my words back, but not exciting. Okay, we have Augustina's butter, but also 10 milliliters. As I said, in Advent calendar, the anticipation is supposed to escalate, but 10 milliliter? I mean, it's nice. I have a lot of products I used from Augustina's butter. I gotta say, for me, none of them really worked. Like, I had this eye cream for whopping insane 200 euros, and I expected magic from it. It gave me nothing. If you want, I can talk about it. And as I posted short about purchasing and unpacking it, girl in the comments mentioned that that cream did nothing for her either. Which for this price, let's be honest, it's a little bit disappointing. Not a little bit, quite a lot. The thing is, my eye area is probably the area I spend most of my money on because my skin is super thin. You can see the vessels under it, and I have brown pigmentation. I got like the entire combo under my eye area. So if you want, I can talk about this in one of the videos. And I tried all kinds of creams, starting from the most budgeted one to like Augustina's butter. I had mesotherapy done. I did injections for supporting the skin. I put a little bit of a filler, but not the regular one, the special one for under the eye area. So if you want me to share my journey and show you how it looks like before and how I do my makeup to kind of conceal it, because it's pretty intense. Like, I am not kidding you. It has nothing to do with being sleep deprived or anything. It was just the way my skin was built. It was pretty rough to battle it as a teenager, as a child, as an adult. I already made peace with my under eye area and I know how to handle it, and I am totally open about it, but it still takes a lot of care to maintain it. So as I said, if you want to know my journey, please let me know. And we move on to number 21. It's pretty far. Ooh, I think it's a hairspray. This is by brand Moncho Moreno, and it's called Bon Jamais Bond. I'm not proficient in French, but I think that's how it sounds like.
Bond. James Bond.
It's a repairing leave-in conditioner with an anti-freeze and mega nutritious effect. I think it is supposed to repair the bonds of your hair because of the name. My favorite bond repair line is by Redken. Really like it. Bought the entire thing, use it from time to time. Like it. Usually numbers from 21 to 25 are the most exciting ones. So far, not really, but it was something. I would try number 22. Maybe it is gonna be a special one. Okay, there's more in it. There are 2 eye masks. I also got them last year. I still haven't used them. I really should. And the eye cream. The brand is MZ Skin by Dr. Mariam Zamani. Soothe and Smooth. Hyaluronic Brightening Eye Complex. The box itself is nice. Well, I'll give it a try. Because as I said, my under eye area is pretty sensitive, thin, and requires a lot of attention. So, would be curious to try. My plan doesn't seem to fully work. Wait, I will put it here and here. That was number 22. Number 23 comes next. These are serums for thicker brows and lashes. I am not too big on thickening my eyelashes. I tried a couple of products, but there's so much controversy around those serums. So many doctors warn you that it can end pretty badly because those kinds of serums can be quite damaging for your eyes. So I completely stopped with it. No matter what the brand is, I prefer to just not do that at all. But if you like it, this I can definitely put in my goodie bags. And this one is for eyebrows. I'm not even gonna open it because I feel like if I'm gonna give it away, it is better if I just leave it as it is. And there's one for the eyebrows. This one I'm curious to try. Ooh, that's not a regular brush. That's like some kind of sponge. It smells very fresh. It smells like freshly washed linen. Interesting. Let's find number 24. As much as the products are not so bad, I'm still not sure if we're keeping up with the expected 1,850 euros of value. I'm not sure. As I said, the value and excitement should have escalated by number 25. It's number 24. And we have Tatcha as a separate number again. And that's like, that is definitely a tester. It's like a filler in so many goodie bags for like a purchase of 150 plus. I don't know what to say. I don't have much to say. I'm sorry. They started out pretty strong, but the further we go, the worse it gets, just like my lighting. It gets a little bit darker, I see. Sorry. Wow. Okay, number 25. Exactly in the middle. Better be a cool one. Red, eh? It definitely not some wearable color. It definitely is red. You know what it makes me think? It makes me think that it feels like a typical goodie bag. Like a normal, basic, regular goodie bag that you get when you make a purchase of like 200 euros plus. Okay, minus the expensive mask, which is not also necessary, and retinol. For me, if I purchase this, and let's be honest, how are we going to calculate all those little products that that are not out for sale, like Clé de Peau? Do we calculate it? Because I don't think we have to calculate it. It's a sample. It is a sample. And if they calculated all those samples, that is very unfair for the value. Of course it's red. Of course it's red. The color is Ruby Woo. If somebody told me, you gotta pay 1,850 euros because the value is supposed to be 1,600 pounds, I would feel like I was scammed. I don't want to be negative or something, but this is disappointing. To be fully fair, there are some nice products, but in total, as I said, imagine if you had to pay your hard-earned 1,850 euros for this. Would you be excited? Would you feel like, oh my god, this is money well spent? Because I don't think so. I calculated the total value. I'm gonna put it somewhere over here. I gotta be honest, I am not gonna calculate this or other samples as real products, because this you get as a gift. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if there are products you're dying to try, because then there's a very high chance I'm gonna put it in one of the beauty boxes. So stick around, because at the end of a series of advent calendars, I'm gonna have a big giveaway. Maybe I will start it with the next advent calendar already. Let's see. Very soon there's a travel video from my birthday weekend coming up. I would really appreciate if you watch it. I worked very hard and I think it was such a fun journey, and I would love to share it with you. And in general, please like this video and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Yours sincerely, the Groot.